Flirty Four Flushers is a 1926 Mack Sennett comedy. This film has, of course, a lot of the names that are familiar with Mack Sennett. This one stars Madeline Hurlock, Billy Bevan. There's also Thelma Hill and Ruth Taylor, so some of his bathing girls are in it. um, the idea of the film is that this young lady, of course, Madeline Hurlock, she plays Aggie Horton, and she has won an essay contest. I miss those. I miss when there were those kinds of contests and everything. They probably circulate the internet nowadays, but it used to be that you would send in, they used to be in magazines and everything, and you would send them in and all of that. But, I'm showing my age on this. But, but anyway, she won a contest, and so what she plans to do now is she is going to get all dolled up and look very sophisticated, and she's going to find herself a millionaire husband. That's what she's going to do. But of course, this is a Mack Sennett comedy, so expect the silliness to happen. And and it's wonderful. It's absolutely hilarious. And oh my gosh. Yeah, and like I said, Billy Bevan's in this one, so of course you're gonna get that. And you're gonna get that comedy nonsense in here, and all of that. And I mean, it's so hilarious. Just all the all the so she's because there's like mistaken identities that go on in this, and there's all the other stuff that go, and it's wonderful. It's absolutely. I don't want to give a lot away. You're just gonna have to see it and everything. I mean, this is like 20 minutes long, and just so much that goes on in just 20 minutes. It's just brilliant. Oh man, it's fantastic. Now, this one is actually a remake. So I looked up the remake. The remake of the original film actually is called A Summer Tragedy. It was released in 1910. It's a D.W. Griffith film. And when I looked it up, Mack Sennett was in it. That surprised me. And I was reading the plot, and it was incredibly confusing. And reviewers said the same thing, that actually watching it, the plot gets lost really fast, which is kind of surprising for D.W. Griffith, because as much as I'm not a fan of D.W. Griffith, actually his movies, even his short films, are pretty, I mean, like perfectionist, kind of thing. So that kind of surprised me. And the whole idea of A Summer Tragedy was based off of an actual person. The person's name is O. Henry, and he was like a writer at the time. I'll put everything in the description box below of O. Henry and A Summer Tragedy, so you can look those up. And because I don't think I will ever put myself through A Summer Tragedy. A lot of people were saying it was really, really boring and everything. So, and all of that. So, and yeah, and even just reading it, it was just like, wow. You know how you go through boring lectures and you feel your brain spilling out? That's how it felt. And so, again, that surprises me of D.W. Griffith, because yeah, anyway, but Mack Sennett was in it, and then 16 years later, he makes a remake, which is like completely different. And I'm pretty sure it's not based off of O. Henry. Maybe it is. I had never heard of O. Henry before, but so, but of course, Mack Sennett, being the comedy person that he was, he had to put in his, and so anyway, yeah. A loose remake, we'll say that. You never know. I mean, maybe O. Henry had that silly attitude. I never heard of him. I really, and but anyway, so I will put all of that in the description box for you. The for A Summer Tragedy, because yeah, and for Mack Sennett to be in it. And of course, O. Henry, I will put that for those of you who might be interested. I'm actually interested. I want to see what kind of stuff he wrote. But anyway, Flirty for it is a tongue twister. Flirty for Flushers. It was released in 1926 by Mack Sennett. It has a lot of the known cast that we have come to know. For Mack Sennett, it has, of course, Billy Bevan, for those of you who are big fans of Billy Bevan, like I am, and a lot of the names like Thelma Hill, Madeline Hurlock, Ruth Taylor, and like his bathing girls are in here. A lot of times they show up in his comedies and everything, so look out for that. And Vernon Dent is also in this one. I forgot about that. Yeah, Vernon Dent, he a lot of times shows up in a lot of the Mack Sennett comedies. So, but anyway, so Flirty for Flushers. It's a remake. This is one, I guess, this is one time I go for the remake instead of the original, but of course I'll have that in this. Flirty for Flushers. It's a Mack Sennett comedy. It was released in 1926.